Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get in somebody's guts. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact: I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Ain't no fun fact. Yeah. Come on now, you know it. It is. It is Kagurabachi time. Though admittedly, I I don't actually remember. I don't actually remember this character. Oh, or at least like, is this a new? Oh, but here we are with this character, I guess. And wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm reading the. Hold on. Wait, hold, anti gougers. Hold on. Would you look at that? I do remember. Never. What's this guy's name though? I genuinely don't. Hold on. I genuinely don't remember this guy's name though. Hold on. Let me go back. You can blame it all on me. I forgot what the heck this Ikuto Hagiwara. I would look up everyone else's names, but I'm pretty sure they're all cooked. But with it being the case, here we are for a review of chapter 80, or no, 98 of Kagurabachi. And interesting, we're following Ikuto Hagiwara, the Iron Sand guy, all the way back from the start of the narrative. It was confirmed that he did survive, I do believe, and I think we even saw him a few panels after, the massacre that was the Kagura squad versus him. And I kind of forgot because I thought him and his entire crew had perished. But no, it was only, I believe, I know this guy, he got a hole blown in his side from what I remember. And I don't remember any of these other guys. Like, I don't remember any of these other guys. I only remember him because of the mask. But I also remember him literally, like, getting a massive chunk blown in him. Oh. Ikuto, I believe he's maybe even remembering that. But here we are with Ikuto. I mean, last chapter did end off with everyone being declared to hunt the Ishaku, so I guess this guy's still chilling around base, but this is clearly a flashback based on the paneling. So let's not waste our time. Let's hop right into chapter 50, or not 55, I just reviewed each of the which. Chapter 98 of Kagurabachi. Let's see. Hey, grunts. Get a load of this. Grunts. This is your squad, gang. Let's see. What is that? Pepper? It's gotta be black sesame. Iron sand. No, Grasa uses gold. Like the third Kazekage Iron Sand? That Iron Sand? Okay, I forgot. I completely, as you can tell, I completely forgot this guy's ability. I just need to reread Kagurabachi. It's enough time has passed. I need to reread all of Kagurabachi again. I may do that just so I don't struggle like this. But I forgot this guy even existed, and I forgot he had Iron Sand. All right, Iron Sand. Don't call us grunts. I mean, oh god, fodder us like. It's very mean. But I mean, am I wrong though? Am I wrong? Do you remember? Like, what is it? Okay, don't look it up. Don't look it up. In fact, y'all, by the time this goes up, you probably read the chapter. Probably may have looked back already. But who's this guy? What's his name? What was his ability? Huh? How do he fight? How well did he do against Sojo? Do you remember? What about this guy? Y'all may remember the girl. I don't even remember the girl. I only remember this guy because of the mask, and he got a massive hole blown in his side. It's like, do you know? Because I should don't know. So, you kind of are grunts. You kind of were fodder characters. Let's see. Iron Sand. Black Sesame? Is that a thing? I'm going to keep his page open because I will keep forgetting his name. Ikuto Hagiwara. Because I believe he was only survivor, so I think his name is what I should remember. Black Sesame. I'm seeing sesame. Oh, never mind. Whole black sesame seeds. All right, there you go. So that is a thing. I think. Iron Sand. And I know, I'm a chef. I should probably... Or we're not a chef. I'm not like a professional chef. I should know that. They're obviously, presumably, black sesame seeds. Let's see. Iron Sand. I'll sew a bunch of it into your clothes. Ah. Wouldn't they make them heavy, though? Like, is that actually a good thing? Like, that'd be more weight. I mean, I guess it's technically extra defense because it's sewn into the clothes, but, like, probably be a bit harder to move. Let's see. Or maybe not. Pencil can read, I swear. It'll make mid-air battles a breeze. With my magnetic powers, you'll be able to move freely. Ah, interesting. Whoa, we'll be able to fly? Awesome. I mean, that would be cool. I mean, the thing is that, like, how... I just need to read the series, but I forget how well it actually helped me. I don't think it did. Like, once again, most of them died. Like, I literally think it's just Ikuto who lived. Like, unless I'm mistaken, it's literally just Ikuto who lived. But in that case, like, how effective was it? Like, obviously, I know that, like, essentially, Cloud Goucher allowed Sojo himself to fly, so basically negate whatever advantage it did provide. But, like, wouldn't that also be weird? Like, if you're so used to being ground and fighter, while flight sounds cool, like, you'd have to basically reconfigure your entire fighting style around it. It's kind of like, just because you're really, well, it's a little bit different, because there's, like, no ground, but just because you're really good at, like, open air on the ground volleyball doesn't mean you're suddenly built for water volleyball. It's a completely, like, it's, there's same principles that overlap, but, like, it's completely different. Same thing for here, right? If you're used to fighting on the ground, and not only can you fly, but you're only able to fly when someone else is controlling you, that's a lot of work. Let's see. I'll make sure you're never hit. Well, how did that work out for you, but let's see. But if you go down, Ikuto. Oh, so at least they did say his name. Ikuto, we're screwed. We'll all go down with you. That's true. What? You know, that would be. That would be very scary to hear, especially as the guy who is now imbuing his sand into my clothing. Like, buddy? What do you mean? What do you mean that's true? Let's see. Well, I'll make sure that none of you die before me. As the okay, so yeah, so he calls him Grism. You know, he was a cool cat. Not cool enough though. Not as cool as my glorious King Soja. Let's see. Well, I'll make sure that none of you die before me. As the anti-Cloud Gouger Special Forces, your lives are my responsibility. Let's change that R to a was, but okay, I'm sorry. I'm making too many jokes at his expense. I just really like Sojo, and I do not remember these characters. Let's see. Well, your lives are my responsibility. There, see, that's the thing. I literally, I remember all these characters. This is the one that stuck with me. I don't know what, I think it's because it's the most visceral. I mean, this guy may have gotten sliced in half. I don't know. But she got gashed, like, directly in the shoulder. An insta wipe, right? Like, presumably that's her left side. Her heart likely got hit there, and then she was cooked. Arm gone. Which it was, I think it's because it's so much. Like, oh man, I didn't even realize. I thought it was just his arm got blown off. But no, like, a good chunk of his torso was missing, and a good chunk of, like he was instantly cooked. This is the one panel that stuck with me. This is when I knew, okay, yeah, Kagurabachi has crazy paneling, crazy action sequencing and design because of this instant right here. So, wait, let's see. Oh, chapter 98. Oh, and it says his full, there we go, his full name. Chapter 98. Ikuto Hagiwara, Worthless Commander. Oh. No. I mean, you were. I mean, you kind of were. like, I mean, I think, but if I remember properly, they did bring information back on Sojo. And, like, I believe Chihiro used that information to defeat Sojo. So, technically, you weren't worthless. But 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4. How many more homies can you lose before we kick you out the store? Okay, I'm sorry, I beat way too many. Ikuto Hagiwara, Worthless Commander. Oh, yeah. Oh, but he's still wearing his glasses though. But yeah, he's lost. He's not clean shaven anymore. Oh, well, honestly, I guess because it hasn't, like, funnily enough, Kagurabachi, despite being nearly 100 chapters long, I feel like it hasn't actually been that long in universe. Like, how long ago was the Rock was actually? I think. Well, no, I think at least a few months have passed. But interesting, in the few months, all he's gotten is like a little bit of stubble. His hair himself is still fine. Like, obviously, probably just don't want to draw the side thing, but still, it looks fine. Well, not fine. He clearly hasn't slept in a while. Everyone knows. I got nearly. Okay, so there are more who survived. I just don't know who. So maybe this girl survived. Maybe she did survive this. There's no way this guy survived. But like maybe I don't know. I genuinely don't remember who survived and who didn't. You know what? If I find the time between this and the next chapter, I will reread Kagurabachi just to make sure I'm not like lost in the sauce like this. Let's see. I got nearly all my troops killed and obliterated my unit. Is he talking? Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, that's the iron sand is lifting the mask. Is he talking to himself? No. The lines aren't going back to him. This is him. What does iron sand sound like? I feel like it'd be very I'm not gonna annihilate my vocal cords for this, but alright, let's see. Hey, how long are you gonna lie there sniveling? Come on, get up! Shut up. Get up and do what? I'm a failure. We're better off if I just lie here. Where? Your Honor? I think the man's lost it. I mean, to be fair though, I completely understand that, right? Like, especially going, and I don't remember. Maybe this is a flashback to something that already happened. I just completely forgot about it. But I do believe they actually were pretty confident. Like, I think they even said, "Oh, we'll get Cloud Gouger before that Chihiro boy has anything that he can do with it." And then to get absolutely violated like they did. And I think even in fact that battle only made Sojo stronger, right? Like I remember he was struggling a little bit with them at first because they actually were anti Cloud Gouger for a bit. But then immediately he like locked in and went crazy and locked like the remote activation of it. Like Sojo went buku bonkers on them seconds later. So he did get even more massively powerful after that encounter. So I kind of see the vision of like thinking you're a failure. But I mean, like you could train. I mean, you're still capable of fighting. Like fight in the honor of them. But at the same time, I understand, right? Like presumably the PTSD here is massive. And like even if it's not PTSD, right? Maybe it's literally just the guilt, right? Like the idea that especially when he made such a claim, right? I'll make sure that none of you die before me. And then he like well, he says almost here. So once again, I'm not sure who survived of his crew, but multiple people died before him. He's the only one left alive. So he has survivor's guilt on top of regular guilt on top of hit a bit. Like that man is triple scooped into despair right now. Let's see. I'm a failure. We're better off. But I don't know why he says we're. Well, maybe he's like talking about the whole organization, or like once again, is he talking? Is the sound? Is the sand making this noise? Let's see. Me too, guy. Me too. Let's see. Huh? Oh. I'm done. Oh, okay. It looks like he didn't. Oh, well, he ate a little bit. He ate a little bit. That is a lot of food to waste, though, dog. Like that, actually, that low key do look delicious, dog. Like I kind of like shoot. Hold on, I'll be right back. We're gonna hit the Kagurabachi universe. I would be amazed yet terrified if I actually did hit this one day and it worked. Like obviously, personally, if I had to take a teleportation technique from Dragon Ball, I actually wouldn't take the instant transmission because I can't ski. I take the Kai Kai. But like, if I ever hit this one day and like in the one and do a decillion% chance, it suddenly works, I will be genuinely horrified. Especially if I were to transport into another universe, I'd be like, no, wait, please take me back. But let me teleport in there real quick. I'm gonna eat that for you. It's unbearable watching him. He lies there constantly mumbling to himself. Apparently, he's talking with his partner. According to the doctor, he unconsciously animates Kugara's mask with sorcery. He's interacting with a figment. I swear I can read. I'm so sorry. He's interacting with a figment of his imagination. That's rough. I mean, like anything to cope, though. I guess. Huh. Well, notably, like he's literally. I mean, I guess that is an interesting side effect of magic, though, right? Like. It's kind of like just a part of you. Like obviously it requires some degree of active control most of the time, but in this case, if he's unconsciously doing that, like his body is just flat out like his like essentially. I guess maybe he's like, oh, so then the guy's name was Kugara. All right, interesting. But I guess this is like his conscious and his subconscious having an active conversation. I still wonder though, like can other people hear that voice, or is it just him? Like is essentially the sand actually speaking, or are these text bubbles just here for us so we understand what he's hearing? I don't know, because notably look at the text bubble. They don't lead to him. They don't lead to. It's like, is it actually making noise? I don't know. Let's see. That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, once again, interesting way to cope, and an interesting way to develop magic is like, hey, this could happen in this universe if you were to get magic and something bad were to happen to you. Your very body would, or your own magical abilities would possibly like. I guess it isn't necessarily rebellion, but I'm guessing, like I said, this is probably giving his subconscious like a physical form, which is interesting. Let's see. He does seem to know that Kugara's dead, but his awareness is murky. Well, it's understandable. All those troops he lost, they went more than a decade. Yeah, so they weren't even that ain't so. Especially Kugara. They were no. See, now I'm feeling bad. Let's see. Especially Kugara. They were friends since they were 5. No wonder he can't accept it. Yeah, that's right. So he's like, darn. So he always wore the mask? Alright. Do we ever see Kugara's face? But in that case, yeah, I understand that, right? Like, especially like losing your best friend, especially when you said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna be here to protect you," and you fail expeditiously, and all you have left is a mask. Like, yeah, I understand. Just losing yourself, just a little bit to absolute mania, because how else are you really meant to react to that? Like that, heck, that would drive you boy crazy. So I completely get why Ikuto is kind of just Ikuto, right? Ikuto. Wait. Let me open up the other tab. Yeah, Ikuto. I completely understand why Ikuto has lost it here. He's like, man, I not only did I fail, I promise I failed. I failed in the one thing I could have done. At least, like, ultimately, at least if he had died first, then that would have met the criteria of what he said. Like, don't worry, I'll make sure none of you die before me if he had died first. But he's the only one who lived. So yeah, let's see. Figment of his imagination. No wonder he can't accept it. Only consolation is Kizane, the newest member, survived. Kazane. Oh, okay. So wait, who's this? Okay. So it's the hold on, Kazane Machi is in Hunter x Hunter. But let's see. So this person survived. So we're probably gonna see them too. Interesting. So we'll see them again. I don't know. I don't remember what happened to them though. They are not shown here in this flashback. So I wonder what's up with them. Let's see. Newest member that survived. Hey, that stuff is iron sand, right? Yes. Seems like it was woven into his troop's clothing. Yeah. That's like, did he have to mentally do that? That'd be mentally taxing. Let's see. Apparently, it comforts him to have it scattered around him. Says it's like being with them. I wonder. I mean, like, it's unlikely. Like, once again, I do believe the mask being manifested is literally just like a version of his subconscious being like, "Hey, buddy, move, move. We need to do things." But I wonder, like, notably, because we don't like. We're gonna get mad at y'all. Think there are souls in Kagurabachi? Like, y'all think there are souls in Kagurabachi? And if there are souls, do you think maybe like some of their spirit was actually imbued into the iron sand? I don't know. Like, maybe that actually could be the case. But I don't think, like, despite the series' many, like, terms or, like, many different reflections on, like, the internal self and what it means to be yourself, and obviously the true realms of the Ancient Blades, like, I don't think we've ever actually, like, I can't think of a single time souls have even really been mentioned in Kagurabachi from what I remember. So, like, maybe not. Let's see. So it's like being with them. He was pretty talented, and look at him now. Yeah, kind of a wreck. Just a little bit of a wreck. Let's see. Okay, so at least this seems to imply that he himself, like, he's truly talking to himself. The speech bubbles that we see for Kugawara or Kugara. Oh, his name was Hajime. There we go. Kugara. They are. It's just him and himself, right? Like, he doesn't even really hear the voice. So he is truly talking to himself. This still could be a manifestation of the subconscious though, but it itself is not actually speaking. Let's see. Doesn't seem like he'll be able to fight for a while. Hey, Hagiwara, you haven't eaten a thing lately. I have no appetite. You'll die if you don't eat. That is true. Don't not eat. Like, don't be wrong. I'm not saying eat in excess. Like your boy, but like, don't. If you make sure you eat. Make sure you eat. I always like. There's a friend for the longest time I had to check on. I was like, did you eat today? And she'd be like, no, I just had 2 glasses of water. Eat! Like, it's like, oh, I have such a high metabolism. I'm like, no, you don't. You just don't eat food. I'm sorry. 1 cup of strawberry lemonade does not equal a meal. You are bones. I can lift you over my head with 1 hand, woman, and that's not a good thing. Let's see. You'll die if you don't eat. I don't care. Darn. I mean, but notably, based on the mask and the whole idea that this is just some kind, like, he's going through an internal battle right now, where, like, ultimately it's a mix of the survivor's guilt and, like, wanting to end it all because of said survivor's guilt, but at the same time he's not actually going to do it because, like, he has a subconscious will to live. And no, it's not that he's not eating anything, he's just eating very, very little. Look at that. Like, he took some nibbles out of that fish. So there is still a part of him that wants to live. It's just like his active mind, his active conscious doesn't care. He's like, I don't know, whatever. I'll starve to death. It doesn't matter to me. But clearly the manifestation of the mask is like, live, 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 eat. I was like, I don't care. That's a dumb way to go. If we're gonna go down, let's go down fighting like warriors. I like, maybe this would mean something more if I remembered Kugara's personality. Maybe this is actually matching him. I'm not sure, once again, how much of this is like his subconscious mimicking Kugara and it's like speech patterns, or how much of it is like just, I don't know, his magic slash his subconscious talking to him. Let's see. I'll never fight again. They don't. I'm spending a lot of time on you. You're not gonna fight again, buddy. Hmm. You're never gonna fight again, are you? Are you, sure about that fact? But with it being the case, let's see. You don't need incompetent warriors out there. I might as well just rot away like this. Okay, so we are getting back to current time. Enemy attack! Level 1 is now free to move. All non-combatants move down to level 3 immediately. Hey now, that ain't true. This is your chance! But chance for what? Like, chance just to prove himself? Well, I guess it is a chance to prove himself. And notably, at least this time, there are no enchanted blade wielders here. Like, at least before, like, dog, we're the anti-Cloud Gouger squad, but you were also still fighting a wielder of Cloud Gouger. You know, the enchanted blade, you know, that thing that transcends all sorcery. Like, yeah, sure, y'all lost to that, but not necessarily an anti-feat for y'all in the sorcery world. So now you're just fighting regular swords. Well, not regular. The Ashaku are still clearly special, but you're fighting sorcerers now, gang. You should be fine. Let's see. This is your chance to recover my. Oh, there we go. To recover the force field, the second vessel must be exterminated. It's one of the Ashaku. Let me see. I believe y'all did go with the kid. In fact, no, I know for a fact y'all went with the kid. The only guy was like worst genius. And I think, who did I end up going with? I think I did end up going with the kid, because it just felt specific, but I saw a lot of people also mention, and I think y'all, even if I didn't initially go with the kid, I think I actually may have gone with, Worst Genius, because I was like, it would be suspicious, like, why would they nerf the strongest guy by ripping out his organs? But maybe that's exactly why. But a lot of y'all pointed out, the main reason maybe he was so nervous, and on top of the fact he couldn't go to the bathroom, is because, by becoming the second vessel, he lost his bladder. And, like, he lost, like, regular functioning capabilities. And that's why he's like so nervous and also just is incapable of doing certain things. Because he's actually missing vital organs. Which would be crazy. And once again, it wouldn't make me 100% believe that Yura was straight lying to the boy he's hitting. You're the strongest of the Ashaku, dog. You got it. Unless this guy really does have a deep, monstrous bag that we just haven't seen yet. Which is entirely possible. Let's see. You can identify who it is? I'm trying. The Shinichi's power is too strong. It's interfering with my visual field. That's crazy. That's great. Because once again, the Shinichi is not being wielded. And I do want to... Oh. Oops. I do want to thank everybody for confirming. Now that the Shinichi's been activated, Hakuri can interact with it. So I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was the case. I thought because the energy was in there and it was being siphoned out, he could technically still interact with the blade, maybe throw his spirit energy in there, just not try to use it and then teleport it away. The reason they just sent Hakuri off and didn't even bother keeping him there because of the Shinichi is because the Shinichi's already in use, and if the Shinichi's in use, it cannot be moved. If only if it was still sealed or something like that, then he would have been able to move it. But right now, keeping Hakuri in that place would have been worthless, so I get why they sent him back out. Thank you guys for confirming that for me. That did not click with your boy. Synapses simply were not firing. Let's see. But it is crazy that the Shinichi's radio waves essentially are so strong that they're overwhelming his mastery over the entire building. Like, that's... I mean, not necessarily like a crazy Shinichi feat. The Shinichi did wipe out an entire island worth of people. But still. Oh, and another thing people point out in last week's comment section, it may be the case that Yura is like the descendant of people from that island. Or if not the descendant, like the prince. But then again, no, he'd be too young. Well, we don't know how old Yura is. But essentially, people point out that maybe with the whole idea that the kid said Yura will be king, maybe he's actually from that bloodline, and that's why he specifically is going for all this power and wants to take out the Swordmaster in particular, not just because of the raw power that would come from ruling the Shinichi, but also as sort of like you've used this power to destroy my people, I will now use it to destroy yours. Kind of like a vindictive revenge type scheme. But it could be possible that he has no relation to the island. But I feel like it would make... I don't blame people for coming with that theory, because it would make more sense. It would tie everything back together real nice. And once again, it would super feed Yura into the idea of legacy, right? Like, the idea of legacy, what does it mean to have a legacy? What does your history and your ancestors mean to you? And what do your actions now in the present mean for them and their actions in the past? That could definitely feed into it, especially if Yura does have any sort of tie to the island, but especially would be a diplomatic royal. to the island. So, or not diplomatic royal, just like a member of the royal family. So that actually could have been interesting. But, hurry. Let's see. For now, just kill these Shaku. It's probably gonna be easier said than done. Let's see. Oh yeah, this guy. Remember, he was like brushing his hair. We still, I don't think we know Nam Nami Shaku and Ai Shaku's name. Let's see. Oh, well, he actually did come out. Ikuto. There we go. Let's see. Hagiwara, you're still. You won't die for our country. Well, I'm sorry. I was a worthless commander, but I want to make this sacrifice for you. Aww. See, like, you even that, so yeah. Once again, like I thought, him animating the mask was his subconscious, and on top of that, he still deep down has the will to fight. He just needed the reason, and ultimately, this still technically does feed into his whole idea of like, I don't care about living, bro. Like he still technically could just be realistically throwing his life away at this point, and I'm not saying you couldn't tell the difference, but at the same time, it probably wouldn't be too feasible or possible to tell the difference, considering he's hasn't eaten, right? Like, he's probably, despite his magic still being active, he may actually be malnourished and not be able to fight as well as he could. We just don't know how long he's actually been since the Cloud Gouger arc. At least I don't think we do. Let's see. I'm doing this. Or not. Or Hakazona Sensei, what? In the back half of the chapter, having an opening does not work. And why did they double diff him? Why did they double diff him? Freezing him would have been enough. Why are you gonna eat him next? Well, I get that was power, but darn. Oh yeah, and that's not even like one of his release Mako demon bites. That's him mutating himself into the Mako demon bite to devour him. Let's see. Hagiwara! Gotcha. Oh, wait, maybe not. That's the Iron Sand. Wait. Never mind. All right, okay. Worthless commander, my foot, and he's malnourished right now. Wait, someone get this man a sandwich. Wait a second. Obviously, he wouldn't process that quickly, but wait. Interesting. So he's able to completely negate her ice with the Iron Sand, and also pierce through this guy's mutation. I wonder if this is gonna leave any lingering damage on Yonner himself, though. I wonder. Let's see. Iron Sand. It was hidden in his clothes. So even if he couldn't support it for an entire team, he could slide it into his own calm little fit and make it extra defensive. That's smart. All right. You know, why he got mad aura in this panel? I think it's the angle. But like, is this guy now gonna have like holes in his head? Is he good? Let's see. Interesting that he's, well, actually, is he bald? Yeah, he's bald. Or at least looks like he's bald. Yeah, it looks like he's bald. But his transform state does have hair. Seemingly. Let's see. Iron Sand. It was hidden in his clothes. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Oh, hello, doctor. At least look like a doctor. Yes, I diagnosed him. He's not in his right mind. Do you know what he told me? Oh. So he fell into what? I need to reread. Let's see. Just as everything started to go black, I saw a person's shadow. Kugara grabbed me and pulled me back up to the shore. Ah. So I wonder, but notably, that shadow, based on like the stuff coming off of it, it looks like the Iron Sand. So this may, once again, this started the case of his mutation. Or not mutate, but like his subconscious taking physical form, his will to live manifesting as the Iron Sand. Because this is the Iron Sand that reached out to save him. And he dragged him back to shore. But he rationalized it as Kugara, because Kugara's mask is the first thing he saw on the shore. Okay, let's see. If we look back at what happened, he'd have to have clawed his way. Oh, even different. Oh, so maybe that wasn't even the Iron Sand. If we look back at what happened, he would have had to claw his own way back to the shore. But the psychological trauma has conjured this fantasy of Kugara. Okay, so the voice isn't real. The sand isn't actually talking. That is just him in his head. So I guess this hypothetical hand in shadow may have not even happened. He may have legit just dragged him to the shore himself. All right, darn, straight will. But once again, it's the idea that he's so determined to live. Whether it be living for his fallen comrades, maybe one thing, but he also may just want to live for himself, right? Because who doesn't not want to live? Let's see. Has conjured this fantasy of Kugara. Seeing his condition, most people would probably conclude that Hagiwara's queer? What? Hagiwara's career is over. So wow. So he actually got a crazy massive buff from losing it. All right.
But the very essence of sorcery is the natural circulation of spirit energy, without conscious mediation. In Hagiwara's current state, he interacts with his own sorcery as if it was another person. It's the epitome.
Up there. So okay. So that's interesting. It is his subconscious, but not fully his subconscious, or at least it's subconscious control, right? Like he is still there. I suppose, like, in fact, I just kind of just triggered it on myself. Notably, be prepared. 3, 2, 1. Manual breathing. Now you're going to, well, not sometimes. Sometimes I've casted manual breathing on people and it doesn't work. But now I'm going to be manual breathe too. Don't worry, I'm stuck here. But with it being the case, manual breathing is something that happens non-manual breathing, automatic breathing happens subconsciously, right? When your active conscious mind is shut down, or at least being entertained by something your brain conjures during your dream state, or even just passively, you are still breathing. Your heart is still pumping. All that is subconscious. It is not active part of the mind. It's simply the body functioning on its own. And now his sorcery has essentially developed its own heartbeat with at least a minor version of sentience. Kind of like, once again, it is, well, they said the epitome of subconscious control. It is his subconscious just hijacking his sorcery. But since it's still his sorcery, it's sort of built to protect him and obey him and do whatever it needs to be done, which I think does actually work out for him. Actually, a pretty good deal. Pretty raw deal considering what he had to do to get here. But hey, it seems like he's reached an apex of sorcery in a sense. Let's see.
Let's do this, Kugara! Let's go! Strangely enough, in his current state, there's no one more suited for battle.
I suppose in the sense that he'd be so willing to throw his life away, but at the same time has such a high level control over his sorcery. So I guess, yeah, in a way, he is right. He is right. So Hagiwara actually got a buff, but I guess not a good. Well, he's malnourished. I'm assuming this is why he immediately falls over.
Hagiwara!
Oh, okay, but so when he mutates his head into the Mako Demon Bite form, he doesn't actually take too much damage from whatever actually impaled him here, because clearly he doesn't have the holes in his face that he would have gotten from his face mask cracking. Let's see. Oh wait, nope. So wow, even so, that's actually even more impressive. It's not because he's malnourished; it's because he destroyed the demon head that now his body became heavy. I forgot about that part. So even though this was one that was still directly attached to, like you can see, it's still directly attached to Yonshaku's body, it still had the effect. He destroyed it, so he was then weighed down. But presumably because he lacks physical strength right now, possibly due to malnourishment, or maybe just because it's that heavy. Because I guess he did destroy like Yonshaku's actual real head a little bit there. So maybe it just had extra cost in comparison, because he's immediately down on the ground. Meanwhile, both Kiri, but then again, they were actual sword fighters. Maybe it's different for them. But Kiri and Uraha both were able to still fight and like stand after getting hit by the effects of the Mako Demon Bite. Let's see.
My body feels heavy. So what?
Oh, yeah, he's locked in. Let's see.
There's another vessel. It's one of these Shaku. We just have to kill the target right. Easy, right? Easy!
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see.
Magnetic resonance imaging applies a powerful magnetic field to the human body and uses the body's own magnetic properties to generate visual images of its internal structures.
Because, yeah, he has that. But, like, is he going to be able to scan the whole building for all the Ishaku? Well, maybe he's able to scan these two, let's say. Or not, it's just the entire building. Okay. So he has a really good range then. Alright.
Tell me, Kugara, where are they? By manipulating a gigantic magnetic field, we can scan the internal organs of people throughout the Kabunabi HQ.
Oh, so this is still in his head. All right, so very impressive. So I guess the magnetic field of the Earth, I'm guessing, at least in this localized area, he has control over, or at least the ability, at least. Fantastic wording, pencil. But he has dominion over this area in particular, which is still very good, like very wide range, and he immediately identified him not 2 seconds later. And so everyone. Y'all were right. I shouldn't have even considered. Unless it's going to be it really depends on if he's able to reach him. But that was really, really quick. I thought we were going to play at least a little bit more into the mystery of which Ishaku had the scroll on them. But clearly, he is the one. Let's see.
It's him!
Scroll realms. It's in his belly, Ellie. Oh! Did he stand back up, or is he just pointing from the ground?
And
Yeah. Is he actually gonna get up in his guts? Really? That's a child. Wait, don't do that. Let's see. Seriously? Oh. Did you hit the scroll though? I didn't. I mean, you got it in his guts. You got in that poor boy's guts. But out there, I was kidding. I was kidding in the. I mean, like, I guess it had to happen, but I was kidding in the intro, dog. I didn't think we were actually gonna get in the in someone's guts this chapter, but that was quick. I mean, this is gonna have to backfire somehow, though. Maybe you can like move the scroll or something, or maybe that was like a decoy scroll, something, because that's way too fast. I mean, then again, we are right. So, and this is chapter 98. Chapter 99 is probably gonna end up with a cliffhanger of N10 and Tobimune or Samura and Shiguro breaking in. So maybe that's it. Maybe we did have to quickly wrap up this plotline just as quickly as introduced it because we couldn't wait too long. We have to start chapter 100 with a big bad brawl between Enchanted Blades. And wow, so Hagiwara, maybe losing your crew is the best thing that ever happened to you, dog. 'Cause that's crazy. And that's a very durable mask. Like, is that reinforced with Iron Sand? Because it tore straight through the supposed strongest Ishaka. Darn. Is this mark supposed to be on this? Oh no, I think it's supposed to be on this left hand. All right, darn. We still got it, partner. Oof. And he's literally he's lost it. All right. So somehow this is gonna backfire, right? I mean, still, hold on. W chapter, but this is definitely going to this will have consequences. This will have consequences. Where the consequences are like dire or drastic, I'm not sure, but I feel like that was a little too easy. Don't get me wrong. I do like the reintegration of Hagiwara, right? Like as you can clearly tell, I haven't reread Kagurabachi since my initial read through, so I don't have the information. I don't feel much about Kugara or this person or this person or this person or this person. In fact, I think it's important that we literally only got these two names, while their spirits are like intertwined. Oh no, and Kasane. They were also so like they're presumably going to pop up later. But these three, the girl, this one, and this one, they're just all random nameless fodder. But building back into aspects of the Cloud Gouger arc is very, very good. And notably, now I think about it, so far, every time we've done that, it's actually been really, really cool, right? Notably, when you think about it, Hokuto is an entire character that's built around the Cloud Gouger arc. He facilitates it, right? He's the one who slayed Ibuki Misaka, opening up the Eternal Contract for Cloud Gouger, putting it in Soto's hands through the hands of the Ishaku, thing to that. So Hokuto, a character who was just recently introduced and confirmed, and who's already become a fan favorite, including for your boy, directly ties back to the Cloud Gouger arc as he facilitated it. Natsuki, the guy who's related to Ibuki Misaka, he ties back in the Cloud Gouger arc because he's the brother to the guy who wielded Cloud Gouger. So he's another new fan favorite character who ties directly back into that arc. And now this is another case of that arc coming back to haunt us in a fantastic way with Ikuto Hagiwara, the worthless commander, who came back and immediately handled the problem that was set up, using his powers in an interesting way, not even re-explaining, but reminding us of the facets of sorcery and showing it off in a really cool fashion. And then even being encountered by two Ishaku, but overcoming them in his own specific weird way and fashion that only he can, and immediately piercing Boy Shaku. So overall, just a really good chapter for Hagiwara, and a chapter I really wasn't expecting. Just with the way last chapter ended, I thought we were going to be following like maybe Kiri, maybe we're going to flash back to Hokuto and them, considering Hokuto was about to get active last chapter. Like, but hey, I'll take what we can get. Once again, we hit it for the two times. A W chapter, a W chapter, a W chapter. If you made it all the way to the end of this Vigimo, please leave all in the head. Leave all in the head in the comment section down below. I did thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure the notifications will see myself on any videos that come to the channel. Also, we have a picture down below. You can support me for as low as $1. Come on, no exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So, let's conclude the live reactions of the series I have to review and variations of all my videos, and me becoming $12 Patreon and $12 member. You can order whatever video you want. Also have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 minutes for a short video, 200 beats long video, or any beats at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. And I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Giyomi, Bura Ura, Alex Kenny, Enzo, Swift Strike, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, Azo2404, Striker Man, Aso8, Grim, Marco222, Straw, Twisted, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Official Popeyes, Ramondo Furen, Crie Panem, Seraphiel, and Dino. Then, like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Dread Zoan, Sean, and Midnight Lord 21. Then, like to give a thank you to our Ink tier members: King RTX and Shrimpo the 4th Shrimp 06. Then, like to give a thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And give a final thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Walking Munoz and Walking Munoz.